Well, we all know that Aira is in love with Okarun, but can Okarun say the same thing? See, love is a complex thing for Okarun, especially when he can't choose between two girls, the other being Momo Ayose. The Dandadan love triangle between Okarun, Aira, and Momo is solely unique to the Dandadan anime. Aira loves Okarun simply because he had saved her when her mother wanted to reunite with her, and that becomes a huge problem for Momo because she views Okarun as a nerd that doesn't have anything special going on for him. That's what makes Momo fall in love with him though in the first place. But for Aira, it's the opposite. She loves Okarun because she views him as the coolest person she knows. Okarun in her mind is capable of doing anything he wants. That means what's attracted to her is him. From Okarun's perspective, it's hard for him to understand why Aira is like this towards him. He himself has a low self-esteem and is very conscious about it. So for him to get all this attention all of a sudden feels very overwhelming in a sense. As we see in the anime, Okarun cannot choose. He chooses to stay moderate in this situation because he's afraid of losing the friendship he has with Aira or the relationship with Momo, and because of that, it creates a love triangle. His growing affection for them is very different though, and that is important when trying to understand this love triangle that they're in. When Okarun had started to like Momo, it wasn't because of the looks that she had, and we can confirm this because we have a scene where Okarun thinks to himself and says, "I never really thought about Momo being pretty." His love grew for her when he had started to notice just how confident she was. Momo was the first girl to accept Okarun and go out to ghost hunt with him. Her confidence in herself and being extroverted made Okarun naturally fall in love with Momo. He also felt the need to protect her, even though they had both just met each other. He's willing to put his life on the line to save her from aliens that wanted to do strange things with her. See, that type of love is far different from the one Okarun and Aira began to develop. Okarun has never admitted to liking Aira, but seems to show some interest when they first met each other. He began to blush, showing signs that he likes her. Momo of course gets very jealous of Okarun's actions in episode 5 and drops a steel dish onto Aira's head. And if she can do that, you guys can drop a steel dish on the subscribe button. Please, I'm so desperate to hit 1,000 subscribers. Throughout the course of this anime, Aira gets significantly affectionate towards Okarun, kind of furthering the relationship Momo and Okarun had in the first couple episodes. But Momo can't do anything in order not to break her nonchalant persona she keeps putting on. Although this works in Aira's favor, as she has programmed her mind to see Momo Ayose in a harsh way, only because she deems the magic that she uses as evil. And she also believes that Momo has something to do with Okarun having yokai powers. Maybe she's doing this to make her mind separate Momo from Okarun, because at the end of the day, Aira idolizes Okarun, and it doesn't sit well when Okarun is with Momo Ayose. Aira sees Okarun as someone who is stronger and much more capable than anyone she's ever seen. Her love was built on a pedestal very high, but the difference is we haven't seen that love reciprocated very well by Okarun. Aira seems kind of pushed away in the corner most of the time when expressing her love to Okarun, but that is partially due to Okarun's shyness when it comes to girls, and mostly because he is afraid what Momo Ayose is going to say when she sees him talking to other girls. But then again, we have to understand that Momo gets super jealous. Momo is able to find Okarun's soft side and love his quirkiness, and was able to build this genuine connection from the start, something that Aira and Okarun are missing on their part. This setup not only adds tension and drama, but also provides a platform for the characters to grow. How Okarun resolves his feelings and whether the relationship between the trio endure or fracture will likely define much of their future development in Dandadan. The trio so far has surprised me on how well they work together, especially when they did give Aira a buff to kind of make her equal in power to Okarun and Momo, and so she's not a useless character that everyone sees in every single anime. But that does make the trio much more elevated in power and works super well in this anime. This actually makes Okarun get out of his comfort zone when around Aira and Momo, and that's because he is able to be himself. He doesn't try so hard around Aira because he knows she already likes him, and he doesn't want to try hard around Momo because their relationship with each other was already built off his quirkiness. So with that being said, the love triangle seems pretty natural. I'm actually looking forward to the next episodes of Dandadan, where the audience can see if he chooses Aira or Momo, but in my personal opinion, I think he chooses neither. Now with Gigi in the story, this love triangle triangle might potentially break due to Momo going back to Gigi, which for her was her first crush. I already know that Okarun is going to be jealous now that the roles are reversed, but that kind of gives Aira an opening for Okarun and she can actually make him become her boyfriend. Nevertheless, this dynamic creates room for developing characters amazingly because we can now tap into their emotional depths as characters. This love triangle is especially important to developing Okarun's character now that we see him get outside his comfort zone. It's now time to unlock his more extroverted side and see how he truly feels about Aira. I think everyone in the Dandadan anime community is waiting for Okarun to make his move, or at least tell the people that he loves how he truly feels. People are awaiting this, especially like I said before, he's not all that introverted as he was in episode 1. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe, join the Discord down below, and I'm out.